Hey there guys, my name's Chris and today we'll be doing a review of the two mobile backpack sprayers on the market, the TintBuster and the TRU spray systems. Alright guys, well if you're like me, you're in the market for a backpack sprayer but you're deciding on which one to get. And unfortunately there are not a lot of videos out there on either one. So I figured, you know what? Let me purchase both with my own money. I am not sponsored. And let's make a video. Maybe I can help one of you guys out, just like me, who are wondering on which one to get. Now let's get all of this out of the way really fast. That little guy right over there is my dog Duke. I am a full-time RVer. I've been traveling the country for over 5 years and 47 states down. I tint specifically RVs, a lot more RVs, a lot of Jeeps, and some regular vehicles every now and then at these RV resorts. So I just got tired of the spray bottle, guys. I was like, you know what? When I saw these online, I was like, these are for me. Unfortunately, I don't think a keg is for me in an RV. I don't want to have to move that around room to room. I really feel like these spray systems are perfect for what I'm doing. Now, first things first, is I saw this TintBuster, guys, on Facebook. We've probably seen this everywhere on the tinting pages, okay? I posted an ad because TintBuster at the moment was sold out. So I posted just a little ad saying, hey, if anybody has a used TintBuster for sale, I'm looking to buy one. That's when people started commenting and telling me about TRU spray systems. So I was like, you know what? Let me do a little research on both and see which one's for me. And that's when I saw no videos, guys. So I was like, all right, let's buy both and see what's up with each one. All right, so let's dig on in, guys. Let's talk about the components inside. We're going to do a fitment test. We're going to do a quality control spray test. We're going to bust everything out and we're going to see which one is best for you. All right, so let's start off with the TintBuster. Just the shell, guys, okay? This is just your basic run-of-the-mill generic backpack, guys, that you can buy anywhere. Not knocking them, but that's just what the backpack is, okay? Just a regular backpack. They did add a couple of nice little touches here that the TRU spray system doesn't have, but it is your just run-of-the-mill generic backpack, okay? We're coming to the TRU spray system where it is a hard shell to protect your components, though in the middle it is a softer shell, but they did add a hard shell to protect the vital goods, okay? Now this backpack is not generic by any means. They made this backpack specifically for the TRU spray systems. A lot of really nice touches that we're going to talk about. All right, now let's take a look at the inside because that's where it really matters. But you know, before that, let me start off with the hoses, okay? The TintBuster hose I found is just unnecessarily long, guys, okay? Unlike the TRU spray system, it doesn't have a little slot here to slide in your hose, so you're having to put this on your tool belt, which is fine, which is what I really expected to do. But while you're doing that, this hose is dangling below your knee, kind of getting caught on certain things. You're having to be really careful around couches when I'm doing RVs, tables, in and out of cars. I feel like it's going to get caught on things. It has gotten caught on things. So I'm really having to be careful with that. I think it's unnecessarily long. I'm sure we can trim this down, but then you're going to have to refit everything. Make sure everything's watertight. Who knows, maybe TintBuster has fixed that issue by now. Now, I did purchase this bag not from their site. When I posted the ad, I got a lot of replies from people telling me, hey, I don't use my TintBuster, or honestly, my TintBuster is broken. If you want to try to fix it, feel free. This one I purchased was used but new, okay, from a gentleman who never used it. He even had the apron with him, all brand new. Sold it to me for a good price, and I was like, perfect, I'll take it to make this video and to see, you know what, which one's better for me. Okay, so like I mentioned, guys, the hose unnecessarily long versus the hose on the TRU spray system. Like I mentioned, this slot is more handy than you think, okay? We're gonna see that in the fitment test when I put it on, just how important that really is. Now, lengthwise, guys, it is the perfect length, because even if this is not, if it falls down, it's not hitting the floor, it's not dangling, it doesn't get caught on anything. Hose wise, guys, this is your generic run-of-the-mill hose. Now I'm gonna say, while I was deciding on which pack to get, a lot of people left comments on, hey dude, just build your own, bro. You can build them for about $100. I was like, you know what, let's do some research on that too. Everything I found on the TintBuster site, I was able to find and build my own. Okay, so I went on their site, looked up their pump, looked up their battery, hoses. I was able to replicate everything online. Versus True Spray Systems, I went on their site trying to find their pumps, their batteries, and you cannot, because they built everything specifically for this system. Okay, so the hose, like I mentioned, just your regular run-of-the-mill hose. Both sprayers, guys, are the exact same. They both offer the plastic and the brass. The plastic, guys, on both of these are the same model numbers. Though on the TintBuster, they do have a little special feature here where you can actually move this around. Now, honestly, I was like, okay, you know what, that's kind of a cool feature. But really, once I was using it, I found it kind of pointless. I'm going to be spraying this in the direction I want the water to go. So is that necessary? Maybe for one of you guys, maybe you have a purpose for that. For me, I found no purpose, okay? But both of those are the same. Price-wise, guys, $2.99 right now, as of the moment, for TintBuster, for your backpack with the plastic nozzle. An extra $30 for the brass one, okay? True Spray System, $429 as of the moment of this video, and an extra $20, a little less, for the brass sprayer. $130 difference, right? But guys, once we start diving into the components, you're gonna see that $130 honestly is well worth it. All right, so let's look at some additional features on the outside, and then let's go into the guts, okay? So they got a little charger here, which is kind of nice, a little feature that I would not complain if I saw that on the True Spray System. You're able to charge your phone off the battery pack, though once we look at the battery pack, I don't know how good of an idea that really is. They do have a on-off button here in the rear, guys, which is kind of nice. It will keep your battery, I think, lasting longer. Though, let me tell you why I think for me it's not necessary. I start these packs, guys, while I'm tinting my RVs. I keep it running throughout, and I turn it off at the end. Now, if you are maybe working a complete 8-hour day and you wanting to turn off the True Spray your spray system, then you can, and maybe that is a good feature. Maybe for some of you out there that is important. Now, if the True Spray System had that on their pack, would I complain? Absolutely not. Any additional features I welcome and appreciate. So if that's a nice little feature that they're on TintBuster, and if that's important to you, then you've got that on that pack. Okay, let's look inside, because that's where we're going to see a lot of the real changes and upgrades on your True Spray. All right, so in this pack, guys, is going to be your battery. And like I just mentioned, when I was doing research, I was able to find everything that TintBuster used for sale online, okay? So this battery, doing some research on the model number, I was able to find something like this to make my own backpack, okay? We've got a fuse in here. But because this is a generic backpack, everything's just kind of tossed in here, okay? Everything's kind of flimsy. This is a soft pack. None of your goods are protected. Now let's go to your True Spray System, guys. Up here, we've got our battery pack. Hard shell to protect your goods. And just take a look at the inside, guys, okay? Everything has their own compartment. We've got an upgraded battery. Now let me tell you why that's important. When people were offering to sell me their TintBuster, one of the main reasons I got for the broken ones was the underpowered battery pack that was failing them, okay? Now, this is what I heard. I'm not trying to knock TintBusters, but that's what people were telling me. They were upgrading the battery pack to the Milwaukee-style 12-volt, like in the True Spray System, and getting more power, getting more reliability for their sprayer to their pump, okay? To get that pressure that they're needing. True Spray Systems already has that from the start, okay? You can tell all the nice little touches, guys. The TintBuster's battery pack does have a little indicator light right here, so it will let you know the battery power right there, guys. The charger, guys, we'll talk about that in a second. But on our True Spray Systems, guys, we do have another indicator, a lot brighter one, of course. Now, what I am hearing on True Spray System, and what I've actually tested so far, is the the time frame, they're stating you can get weeks without having to recharge the battery. Now, honestly, for my job, I have been recharging. I recharge the battery after every job. I don't want to even risk the chance of it failing on me. But because of their statement and because I'm making this video, I went a week without charging this. I've used it a few times this week, and we are still at full capacity, guys. So I'm really starting to believe they're weeks without having to charge it. Okay. Like I mentioned, their battery, guys, is the 12 volt that people are changing, but they did have this specifically made for their company. Okay, everything is made specifically for this system. When we come to our chargers, their chargers are specifically made for their battery pack and systems, versus the TintBuster, which once again is your run-of-the-mill AC to DC charger that you can buy anywhere, for their pack, okay, which might be a good thing for some people. You might be like, you know what, if I lose the charger, I can always buy another one. Whereas in the True Spray system, you probably have to go to their website and order an extra one, where you can purchase additional batteries just like on TintBuster's website. Okay, all right, but having this, just all this special touches, guys, this compartments to the shell to protect your goods is just a big deal. Now, True Spray Systems offers different nozzles, which I really do appreciate too. I don't know if TintBuster does. I really should have looked, but when I was on their website ordering this pack, I noticed, and you know what, I haven't seen that on TintBuster's, honestly. I went through their site pretty well. So if I am wrong, then I sincerely apologize, TintBuster. I'm not trying to knock you. But True Spray did offer a flat spray option and a water bottle option, which I have on now. I'm so used to water bottles that I kind of kept it on, and I'm really enjoying it. I wasn't sure if that was going to be good for me in RVs, but it turns out it is, and I'm totally fine with the nozzle. Apologize for the noise behind me. Okay, now let's take a look at the pump, okay? Because like I mentioned, everything in TintBuster's pack I was able to find online. So I was able to go to their website, zoom in on a couple of pictures, look up their model numbers, and find this for sale. Once again, their hose is the run-of-the-mill generic. Their clamps are generic, guys. You know, everything once again is kind of tossed in here because it is a generic backpack with no kind of protection, so everything's kind of moving freely about. But once again, let's go over to the True Spray system. I want to close that, but it's a little harder when it's not a hard shell. Once again, everything is specifically made for this system. We've got a little poucher that's going to hold it steady in. I tried to find this, it's a hydro pump. I tried to find this for sale online. I couldn't, guys. All the little fittings, guys, just all the touches, the components, guys, higher end, higher class. So like I mentioned, for that $130, is it worth it? I really have to say there's no doubt it is, guys. Okay, once again, that hard shell is going to protect your vital goods. It is a 90 psi, and with that battery we are getting a really good output, guys. Consistent, really appreciating that. So just the higher end goods. I want to go ahead and close this up. I don't want to knock this company by any means. It's just a little harder with a soft backpack. If I can find that, there you go. Okay, now let's take a look at the water bags, because that may be one of the biggest deals in here. People were saying when I posted the ad that they're their exact same capacity, and I can tell you firsthand, no, they are not. Okay, so let's take a look at the TintBuster one, where once again we're gonna see everything just kind of tossed in here, right guys? Okay, so because it is a generic bag, they kind of just tossed everything in, and let me tell you why that's important when we move over to the True Spray. So this bag capacity right here is 3 liters. I did get 2 bags with this one, standard, which is nice. I think you have to order an extra bag with the True Spray. The other backpack actually says 3 liters on there, so this is actually a kind of different backpack. Once again, the connectors, guys, run of the mill. I have these kind of water bags in my Jeep for hiking with my dog and stuff, so I'm very familiar with that. But let me tell you why it's a difference, that everything's kind of tossed in. When we come to our True Spray system that is specifically built for this, you can see the special touches, okay? Now, we have got a hanging Velcro clasp up top that's gonna keep your water bottle vertical. Very important, and I'll tell you why. If you fill up your bag and per se it's full and we got water up here and it's hanging like this, you're not gonna get that water that's in here to the bottom, restricting it to your pump and causing a different kind of pressure, okay? Very important. So having just that little feature alone, TintBuster can probably add that on. I recommend they do that. And I think that'll really just help to keep everything vertical, your water coming down to once again where everything kind of is just specially made for this system, guys. All right, we have 4 liters, guys, on this bag. A whole liter difference makes a lot of difference, guys. It really does. We all know that having extra water is better, right? I mean, more water, more better. Okay. One other thing we're gonna notice in here, guys, is this aluminum. Oops, it's a little windy out here. This aluminum. Let me fix this. I apologize, guys. This aluminum lining in here. Now, I was wondering, is that just for looks? What's up with that? I posted on the Facebook ad that I posted, and people were telling me that actually keeps their water cooler. And then I was like, all right, is that important? I went to their website and they state it keeps water cooler and warm water warmer, right? From getting cold. I guess the reasoning for that, tell me if I'm wrong, is that maybe if you are in a cold climate tinting your cars and you don't want your water to freeze, at least that'll keep it warm. And if you're in a hot environment, it'll keep it cooler, thus keeping you cooler. That's my reasoning for it. And that's what I'm getting from the site. So again, once again, guys, just another touch, another thing they thought of that I can appreciate. Okay, let's put everything back in. This stand is wobbly today, and I'm sorry. Okay, let me just put all the guts back in here, guys. I apologize for this. Oops, I'm trying to stick the hose in there. I don't know why. All right, let me zip this up, guys. It's just a little harder being a soft bag. Okay, now, one other thing, another special touch I noticed on the TRU spray system that you're gonna see is kind of important in the fitting portion of the video is going to be these hooks here. They've got you covered. If you are right-handed or left-handed, you switch them over, guys. That's a really nice option to have your hose on each side. They say you can also reroute the hose underneath. So if you like it more, the hose not hanging off your shoulder, you can do that. Another just a really nice feature, and I'm sure you lefties out there would appreciate that. Once again, guys, just all the special touches and features. This pad was specifically made for that. Okay, the clasps, guys, this one does have 2. We have one across your midsection and one across your chest, though these little clasps are generic and sometimes they seem to break on my other bags. So, you know, like I mentioned, not made specific. But when we come to our TRU spray system, we do have a button style clasp, a little definitely sturdier, guys, you know. So just an extra touch that I can appreciate. Though honestly, you'll see in my fitment test that I don't need to use either one of them on the bags. They both fit me, I'm gonna say, amazing, guys. I was shocked at how well they fit. But take a look at that. It's gonna be coming up right after here. Okay, guys, well, I think I kind of covered everything. So like I mentioned, an extra $130 for the TRU spray. But once we dove into everything, guys, I think it is just a better buy. Just the thoughts. This has a little drain here, guys, just in case your pump happens to leak a little water when you're disconnecting this right here. I've already disconnected that. I had a little water falling. If you did that, they thought of everything, you know, just the special touches I can appreciate. Just like in their charger, I can appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, stay tuned for our for the video. It's going to continue, but we're going to do a fitment test. We're also going to do a quality control spray test. So we're going to see both of them in action. It's really going to help you decide on if it's worth the extra money and if it's worth the bang for the buck. I think it is, guys. I appreciate you guys so much for watching my video. You guys stay tuned. From both my dog Duke and I, have a great day. Be blessed. And as always, we'll see you on the road. Bye, guys. He's going to get his ball. Hey there, guys. So in this video, we're going to be doing a fitment test of both systems, and I'll let you know what my likes and dislikes are of each one. Now, the first one's going to be our TintBuster. Now, I did receive this one in the mail first, And when I put this baby on, it just fits me like a glove. It just hugs and contours my body type perfectly. Now, the one thing I dislike, and it is a big dislike, and I mentioned this in my other video, it's just going to be the length, the overall length of this hose. I find it just unnecessarily long. And yes, I'm sure you can cut this down, but then you got to reattach all these fittings and make sure they're perfectly watertight. So out of the box, I think it's just so long. Unlike the TRU spray system, there is really no special place to hang this on. So you can put this in your tool belt, which is fine. But when you do, it's just the overall length, guys. It hangs past your knees, kind of flaps around all the time. And for me, I'm tinting a lot of RVs, so I have to be careful around tables and couches. I have got this caught before, so like I mentioned, I have to be a lot more cautious. Now, this one does have a power button here, which is a really nice touch. You can go ahead and turn this off and on if you're working with a full day. Though for me, I don't need it. I'm able to just turn off the pack when I'm done with the job. I can leave it on just running throughout the day, and I'm totally fine. This one does have a couple of clasps here, guys. It's got a midsection clasp here and a chest clasp. Though even with water inside the backpack, I don't find these necessary, and I kind of prefer without it. This just fits me so well that this thing isn't going anywhere. So when I got the TRU spray system in the mail, I was worried. I was like, oh no, is this going to fit me as well as the TintBuster did? And this beauty did not disappoint. Now, first things first, it's just the overall look. I mean, yes, this one just looks a lot more professional, right? But not only that, it's going to be the total length of this hose, absolutely perfect. I think that having that little added slot, guys, is great. And they've got you covered, guys. Whether you are right-handed or left-handed, they've got a spot for you. So they've covered every base. Now, this hose, like I mentioned, is perfect. It can also fit right here in your belt if you wanted to put it in that place. But guys, I think this is just amazing. It fits here. It's out of the way. Love it. This one also does have a chest clasp. A little bit higher end one, more of a button style. Though I find this unnecessary as well. This just fits me so well. Even with water, it's not going anywhere. And just the overall look, guys. This one just looks and feels a lot more professional. And that's what I'm going for. I want that professional look when I'm tinting RVs. So thank you so much. So far, I'm not going to lie, the TRU spray system has won. But stay tuned for our next video. We're going to see them both in action. All right, guys, so now comes the portion of the quality control test. Now, I just did this earlier and I was shocked by the results, okay? I wish I would have done a real live reaction, but as you can tell, I'm super excited because I was blown away. So on the left, we're going to be using both at the same time. I've actually got the window prepped for both. On the blue hose, of course, is the TintBuster, guys. The neon is your TRU spray system. Let's go take a look, guys, because we're about to be blown away. All right, I'm going to put this on pause. You can still see him in my headset. And we're going to put this one in the car because it does have the longer hose, all right? Now, when it comes to quality control, that is a huge deal for me. Let's take a look at both, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. I mean, all right, so here we go, guys. Right hand, TintBuster, left hand, TRU spray system. Now, you can see the amount of output we're getting is huge, guys. The droplet size is huge. Look at just the big beads beating down with our TintBuster versus our TRU spray, which is a really fine mist. Now, this is huge, especially for me. I tint a lot of RVs, okay? In the RVs, we're really trying to control the water output. And that's why I was honestly worried about getting one of these and using it in an RV, because with the spray bottle, I'm really able to control the spraying. We have channels underneath where the sliding doors are that we're really trying to avoid from getting flooded, because once they get flooded, they start pouring over the windows. So I'm constantly having to clean it with my towels. So that's a huge deal for me, guys. Just having these smaller beads, the mist, and that's what we're trying to do in our vehicle, guys. We're not trying to flood our windows. We're trying to just mist them and get them ready for installation. So as you can tell, just look at that, guys. Huge difference, guys, in the water output and the control for the quality. All right, guys, I think this is the test among tests. All right, guys, so we're coming out with my final thoughts. As you can tell, guys, from all the tests I did, from the products that are in this in each system, the quality of products that are in each one, the outer shell from the battery pack to the pump to all the special touches. I'm thinking the TRU Spray system just knocked it out of the park, guys. Each one, I think they killed it. That last one, that quality control spray test, was the deciding factor for me. Having the control, the mist versus the more water output on the TintBuster, I need that mist. I need it for my business. I need it to take care of my customers' RVs. I need that control. Not only the overall look, guys, everything about the TRU Spray system for me is the clear winner. I hope this helped you guys decide. Like I mentioned, there was no videos doing this. There was no videos really about the TintBuster or the TRU Spray system online that I could find when I was trying to decide on which one to get. But having this side-by-side comparison, I think, is amazing, and I hope you guys it helps you guys out on deciding which one to get. And I'm very, very thankful for TRU Spray. Thankful for everyone who recommended the system, because I was just looking for the TintBuster online. I had no clue that TRU Spray even existed. So thank you guys for telling me about them. And thank you for TRU Spray for making this product. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out. I'm here to help. I'm not sponsored. Once again, guys, I'm just a happy customer. So thank you so much from both my dog, Duke, and I. We want to say thank you guys so much for watching our video. You guys have a great day. Be blessed. And as always, we'll see you on the road. Bye, guys.